When you see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me? Yes,
Peace, Kofa. Make sure my mic is on as always. Peace, Kofa. Grow Talk Entertainment. Wake your ugly ass up. What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Happy Friday, Junior. Happy new space, new time for the Growth Talk Entertainment channel. Thank you all for being in here. Today is September 25th, 2025. The time is now 7:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you all for being in here. Once again, I am your humble host, your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa, easy to say, easy to spell.
My name is my name.
This is Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. And this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Get the general housekeeping out of the way. Thank you again for being in here. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal. Y'all got to remind me about the Cash Apps. But you see the Cash App, you see the PayPal up there. You've been in YouTube streets long enough. You know how to use super chats, super stickers. You also see the Growth Talk email up there. Hit me up on Gmail, give me some ideas, shoot me some stories. We'll chat back and forth. I appreciate everybody being in here. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and hit y'all with Randy, and we're going to get cooking. I think. There we go.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
back on me. Getting ready for the shout outs. But as always, if you don't want to donate monetarily, oh yes, don't forget to go to growthtalkent.com. Get your merch. If somebody could drop it for me in the chat, that'll be much appreciated. But go get your merch. But if you don't want to donate monetarily, what you will do is hit the like button.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
The like button is free. It really does help us content creators get into and stay into the algorithm so we can keep coming down your timeline and start sharing with other people. Hit the like button. The like button is free. Take your shoes off when you come in my house and hit the like button. Thank y'all for being in here. Let's slide over to the shout outs. Sister Gail, first one in the shoot tonight. What's going on, sis? Even though she's speaking to Malika, but first one in the shoot tonight. I appreciate you being in here, sis.
You go, girl.
Yep, just told them, please hit the like button and Grow Talk, gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. Thank you. Brother Malika in the building, him and Gail in there speaking first. What's going on, good brother?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Brother LXST, it was good meeting you in Miami at the Black Manosphere Conclave number 5. This is the 5th year the Black Manosphere Conclave has been going on. I'll talk about it some tonight. It was good seeing you, good brother. We're going to link up soon. Got some updated news for you, but I'll hit you up or hit me up after the show, matter of fact. Just shoot me a text. Let's keep on going. Where we at? Brother RBN in the building. He says, what it do?
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
All right, we're going to get to cooking tonight. We're going to get straight into it. I'm not going to belabor the point. As I always say, I don't think we're going to be here long. Maybe stretch it out to an hour. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to have an overview of what's next for the Black Manosphere, the Red Pill, men-centric content space, Passport Bros, all that jazz. Just a general overview. Again, it's just going to be mainly me. I'm not going to dive too deep into it because I'm still working through it, growing and understanding and learning myself and meeting more brothers. But let me bring up these topics I want to discuss tonight. Let me bring that down and bring this up. Pause. So these are some of the 5 things we're going to talk about tonight. Health, fitness, longevity, financial independence, and asset building. Geopolitical leverage, SYSBM, gentlemen, passport bro mentality. Number 4, masculine identity and brotherhood. 5, legal and strategic awareness. Again, I'm not going to be doing a deep dive. This is just going to be Kofa's overview and some of the things that I learned at the Black Manosphere Conclave and just having a general conversation with brothers on a day-to-day. So let me see if I can, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can move this banner just a little bit. It's kind of bothering me. Bam. All right, cool. You go up there in front of Deadpool and Nas. All right, cool. So first things first, health and fitness. When I was writing these out, I started like most people with the finance portion. I'm not a financial guru, not going to pretend. But I am a firm believer before you can get your money right, you have to get your mind right. I let brothers like Dr. T.S. Johnson take care of the academician portion. Brothers like Obsidian that has been doing this forever and a day. He can hit various angles. He knows the right people to get on. He can get to people that I can't get to. Brothers like Media Man, he can talk about the statistics. I'm just a general brother that's trying to stay on the straight and narrow and have his shit together like I have for a long time. I'm not saying I'm balling or anything like that, but I do care. And it kills me that I see so many men with so much potential that aren't going through adverse situations, that things that I wouldn't consider adverse situations. KP from KC in the building. What's going on, good brother? Good seeing you in here. I don't see a lot of brothers going through things that they think is worth. I know a lot of those black men that fall into the category of being in the middle class that are unmarried without children. Culturally, we have beat these brothers up for years. I used to be one of those guys. Beat these brothers up for years because they were unmarried or they didn't have kids or both. And while they were working to get into the middle class. Then when they got into the middle class wasn't enough. So I've seen that happen to brothers, and I've watched these men tear themselves inside out because they didn't feel like they had. I just had a conversation with BT not too long ago, reminding him about the Shannon Sharp situation, Cardi B's current situation, looking at brothers like Stephon Diggs. It's a lot of guys down here, especially in the South. I'm just focused in the South. Gail can attest to it, I'm sure. They don't feel like they're men if they don't have a bunch of babies running around. If they haven't been with this woman, that woman, that woman, and left their mark, so to speak. So before you get your finances right, what's going to lead you down a bad financial path, you got to have your mind right. So with that said, I'm going to start out with the health, the fitness. We're not going to do a deep dive. I wish Messi was in here because I know she loves his brother. I'm about to pull up right now, but here we go.
Going through this insomnia stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, I have a membership at the gym. Maybe I should just go to the gym, work some of this shit off. Maybe I'll get some rest. One day turned into 2 days turned into 3, and I'm talking 4 a.m. in the morning, brother. Every day. And I had no routine. I didn't have anything. But I had the mentality of there's 24 hours in a day. If I can sit down and watch Game of Thrones for an hour and make sure that I'm there to watch Game of Thrones, no commercials, by the way, Game of Thrones for an hour, I can go in the gym and do something for myself for an hour, whether it be lift the barbell, whatever. And 3 days turned into 5. And then this routine started happening. And I fell in love with it because it made me feel.
I'm going to pause it right there. Again, just the mentality. He's going into the gym because he can't sleep. So I'm up, I got breath in my lungs, I got breath in my body. I need to do something constructive. So what does Method Man decide to do? Let me just go to the gym, man. I got this membership, the money just sitting there. I ain't been in a minute. I can't sleep, fuck it. 1 day turned into 2, 2 turned to 3, 3 turned into 5. Now he's been there about a week. Now we started creating a habit within, 36 hours? You start creating a habit. What is it, 30 days to break a habit? But within those 3 days, you can create one, a positive one. And the brother's pretty much telling you he did it on accident. So imagine if you're intentional about getting this type of work in. Everything else is going to follow behind it. But physically, your physical health is going to turn into your mental health. Your mental health is going to permeate your life. I'm going to let Meth keep on cooking.
Like,
Is that a pause? Meth keep on cooking? I don't know.
I wasn't a loser. You know, it made me feel like I had some discipline. I could pat myself on the back for accomplishing something. And I did something with my day that day, as opposed to being on Call of Duty or playing Madden or NBA 2K. You know, now I don't feel as bad when I play Madden or NBA 2K, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I would love to promote a healthy lifestyle for anybody that came from my era or anybody that's in my age range, and tell them that it's not as hard as they think it is. The hardest part is, or the hardest hump to get over is, doing your workout before you actually get in the gym. This is going to suck. It's going to hurt. I'm going to throw up. I'm going to do this. Yeah. It's not always like that.
How do you get over leg day? Leg day.
You never get over leg day. If you find anybody that loves leg day, stay away from them. They crazy.
Bring it back on me. Shout to me.
Hotter than fish grease.
You have to start with some type of routine, even if the routine isn't intentional. Once you get the wheels going, you will find yourself. Let me use another example. Have you ever gotten in the car and just drove? Or you just went out for a walk, even if it was like, man, I'm gonna just go out. I don't have no money for real. I'm not intending to buy anything. I'm just go window shopping. And you look down at your watch, or you figure out a way, you have counted your steps for the day, and you realize how far you've walked. When you're going out doing things you love, like I said, shopping, maybe just, out of the festival, the back and forth, and you don't had to park so far away, but you really want to see this group that they brought. Like here in Atlanta, they have the Jazz Fest. They have all these groups come out. It's a free concert. By the time your ass done park way down the fucking street, because you don't want to pay for fucking parking.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
You done brought your ass all the way to the festival. You done already walked half a mile or a mile there. Then you find your spot. You might as well add in another quarter mile. Then you done went up to the vending. Then you went back. Then you maybe walked around just to see who's there because your boy called you and wanted to see if you was out there. But him and his girl all the way on the other side of the park. But fuck it, that's your boy. You walked over there. That's another quarter mile. And then you done walk back to your seat. Then the concert's over and you done walk back to your car. You've already put in 2, 3, 4 miles just at that space. So if you can do that for entertainment, as Method Man was talking about, if you can sit still and pause for Game of Thrones or whatever your show is for an hour, no commercials, for an hour, and you don't move, you can give yourself some time. Start getting your head right, man. Start getting your physical health right. I'm talking to myself too. Like I said, I'm in the Army. I don't have a choice. I have to stay in relatively good shape. But I can do better, and I plan to do better going into the winter because I ain't got shit else to do. So the health and the finance, longevity, that's going to spill over into, like I said, other parts of your life. So we're going to get to the financial piece. Don't got a video for that. We're going to rock. The main part we're going to be talking about tonight is 4. You see it up there on the screen. Masculine identity and brotherhood. Remember that Method Man video? You'll need that equation a little bit later because we're going to kind of pivot back to it. But the financial piece. Kofa isn't rich. Kofa doesn't think he's rich. Kofa wants to be well off, make sure my children are taken care of. I said it here before, I'm going to continue to say it. I've never made a lot of money. I always managed a lot of money. Now, because of those habits I created, I'm getting into the space where I got a little piece of change.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Matter of fact, it ain't even on me. All praise to the Most High.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
The methods of which I have attained my money. Y'all know I'm in the military. I told you there's 3 things I can look at as far as retirement, the VA, TSP, which is basically a military 401k. And then I'm a federal employee too. So that's another retirement check. And then I can count my Social Security on the back end somewhere. So with that, I know that I'm okay. I chose a career where I could look further down the road than a lot of the average brothers. What I will say for anybody else that is out there, you're going to have to be ultra discipline with your finances. I just counted out 4 or 5 different venues of finance that I'm going to be pulling in by the time I get ready to retire, which is going to be around 50 at the latest for me. That's 7 years from now. I'm trying to do it before, but that's my goal. That's my focus. But everybody didn't put on a uniform. I respect that. I understand that. And share this part. I'm gonna do a deeper dive as far as the military finances go. I'm actually gonna do a VOD because I want you guys to be able to take that and share that with your nephews, your nieces, especially your nephews, so you can start having these conversations with them a little bit earlier. Again, my job is to get these younger cats smarter, quicker, and it should be yours too if you're an older guy like me in your mid 40s. But the steps that I went through to get what I have, the tears, literal, blood, literal, sweat, literal, everything that I went through to get here is exactly what Kevin Samuels, RIP to the Godfather, and so many older gentlemen have always spoke about. You're not going to start seeing your stride until you're between 35 and 45. God bless those that got it at 35. God bless those that are going to get it at 50, 45, or somewhere in between like I'm doing. But between 35, that decade is when you're going to start seeing the upswing in your finances. But I didn't have finances as number one. Why? Because you got to have your mind right. Mind right first, then your finances. When you get it, you don't just fuck off your bread. You start asking questions about trust, funds, all those different type of financial vehicles that you can pour into that's going to give you something on the back end for retirement and your family. You can build these family legacies little by little. You're not a fucking Rothschild. Sorry. You're not these rich white families that we've always heard about that have made the history books and all that. And that's fine. That's okay. We got to get out of this mentality again that either you got it or you don't. We love operating in extremes on opposite ends of the spectrum in our community. I'm tired of it. I'm not going to rant tonight. I'm in chill mode, trying to go into having a good weekend. I'll give you out the news in a little bit. So I want to have a good weekend, so I'm not going to go into a rant. However, I did want to hit that financial piece. Don't have a video for that. You guys can do your own research on your finances. I'll try to start bringing in people or bringing on people that can have these conversations in real time. That way you can ask them questions. I can ask them questions and we can learn stuff, because guess what? You're supposed to learn something new every day.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me get to y'all comments. Malika says facts. LXSC, going back to Meth Man, he said leg day is hell on earth. I don't know. Y'all might want to stay away from me. I like leg day. I like doing my squats and my jump ropes and stuff, but I hated the day after. That's what I hate about leg day. I hate the day after leg day. Leg day doesn't bother me. The day after is what I have to worry about. Keys Open Doors back in the building. He says being cheap and being broke are two very expensive jobs.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Indeed. Brother Malika says, a man without discipline, structure, and focus is bound for failure, chaos, and further away from his purpose and achieving any goal that he thinks he wants to, bro. You got to have that discipline, structure, and focus. And that, we'll get to that. I told you I remember that Method Man equation. We'll revisit it in a second. You'll need it in a second. We'll go back. But that comment is, remember Malika's comment as well, because that goes into the second part of the equation with what Method Man had just talked about. A man without discipline, structure, and focus is bound for failure, chaos, and further away from his purpose. Let's keep on going. Brother Key says, I love when you do the elbow. Which, oh, you talking about the, with the pictures? You mean the pictures? Let me see. RBN says, I would have a piece of change too if it wasn't for these damn bills.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Death and taxes, staying black, bills, things that are never going away. They're never going to go away. They are going to happen, bro. So even with the bills, I'm glad you said that. So I know a lot of our bills come into play with the women we deal with. those of us with kids especially, having that broken, I'm not gonna say broke, but a broken mentality because of what we're told. When I say broken mentality, I mean doing things for others all the time and just constantly on go, and that's what you're supposed to be doing. Not a broke as far as finances mentality, but a broken mentality. And I say it's broken because you're taking a piece of you here, taking you a piece of you over there, piece of you for that person, piece of you for this person. It's broken. You're this puzzle piece, and you keep giving yourself out. And a lot of times we do that for others. That's what cost Kofa a lot of money. That's why I say I was able to manage a lot of money, because I did give a lot of money away, and not just to women out here tricking off and simping and shit. I've helped family. I have helped friends. Again, I done co-sign, sign second loans, all that different type of stuff. I've done that. And now the hell that I went through in doing that, what it cost me in that journey that I never had to do, learn how to say no early as well. Allah's giving me back tenfold what I gave out. I'm not going to turn this into a religious speech, but y'all know how I move. I'm going to cuss up a storm. I'm going to smoke my cigars, but all praise to the Most High.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Oh, Keith said, no, when you talk in third person, Kofa has Kofa has to do it too. You know what, bro? I didn't even realize I do that shit. Like, I'll say it, I'll hear myself say it, but now that you calling me, out, I guess it just happens naturally. I didn't even realize it. So, with that said, financially, getting that right. Another part of finances portion, and what I'm going to bring into the into number 3 up there on the screen, is the geopolitical leverage, the passport bros mentality. We always talk about brothers traveling, paying for cat, chasing women, this, that, and the third. I personally know some passport bros that are moving or have moved or at least have lived, and maybe they fucked around, dumbass, and brought their ass back to the States after they found some peace overseas. But why have the SYSBM up there? Because it's me. Save yourself, black man. That goes back to getting your finances right here. I don't care if you have to Mike Tyson your dick. Stop spending all this damn money on these women. Stop spending all your money on your kids. You are supposed to make and meet, I hate when people say the bare minimum. There's a foundational piece. Food, clothing, shelter, education. Make sure that shit is taken care of. But I know guys that have damn near broken themselves because they can't say no to their children. I almost did it. I had to start telling my daughter no. Even with my son, it's certain things he's going to get, because I done already been through that road with his sisters. Certain things he's going to get a lot of no's. But I refuse to go broke trying to please them now instead of building something for them in the future. I refuse to go broke trying to play this dating and mating game this transactional game that we've put it into. Salute to Obsidian for covering that. This transactional game that we've turned dating and mating into. I refuse to go broke for that. Because your ass is going to be here on the fucking plantation, mad about that shit, and it's going to be other brothers moving into global spaces. With that said, let's get to this video that I have for that. So those that may have missed it, the H-1B visas, Trump is making those foreigners coming in pay $100,000. Let me say that again. Again, passport bro mentality. Everybody talks about how we only going over there because we broke and we can't afford America, when it's an actual smart financial strategic move. What the H-1B visa had done for so long was allow foreigners coming over here to stay on these visas, and they would slide into these areas. Shout out to my Indian folk. I'm not mad at y'all at all. But 70 to 75% of H-1B visas are people from India. This is why your ass call AT&T and you end up talking to Punjabi MC.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Their people saw a loophole in America. They've been coming over here for years. Some of them have had fake degrees. There's a story of a guy there. He had fake tech cloud certification. The same thing we're learning from the Black Manosphere Conclave. Salute to Theo Wath. They've been coming here. Some of them been faking their certificates, but hiring each other. There was a guy, he had 8 or 9 jobs. All the jobs were paying him $175,000. None of his certs were real. So this motherfucker was able to come over here, get the visa, stretch out the visa, fake his certs, get a job, and pretty much become a millionaire in your motherfucking face and behind your back at the same time, black man. This is why I'm talking about the Black Manosphere future tonight. What are we gonna do? You gonna hop in the DeLorean and just sit there and stay on the plantation? Or you gonna hop in the DeLorean and go to the future and see the work that you put in and how it panned out? The work that you put in with other brothers and how did it pan out? Let's get to the video. I'm gonna come back to y'all comments real quick. But pay attention to this video. This is a big portion for the night too.
America has a secret weapon. That secret weapon is the
I'm gonna pause it real quick. This is, you've seen this guy on different platforms over the years, talking finance, business, political stuff. You've seen him some everywhere. Michio Kaku, 14 years ago, talked about America's secret weapon, H-1B. He's talking about the visas and people coming in. So even though Indians have a big portion, like over half, like again, 70 to 75% of the H-1B visa users are Indian. I think right behind that is Chinese, and they're less than 10%. But I'm gonna let them cook. I want y'all to pay attention. I'm not gonna stop it. Just pay attention.
H-1B. Without the H-1B, the scientific establishment of this country would collapse. Forget about Google. Forget about Silicon Valley. There would be no Silicon Valley without the H-1B. And you know what the H-1B is? It's the genius visa. You realize that in the United States, 50% of all PhD candidates are foreign-born? At my system, one of the biggest in the United States, 100% of the PhD candidates are foreign-born. The United States is a magnet sucking up all the brains of the world, but now the brains are going back. They're going back to China. They're going back to India. And people are saying, oh my God, there's a Silicon Valley in India now. Oh my God, there's a Silicon Valley in China. Duh, where did it come from? It came from the United States. So don't tell me that science isn't the engine of prosperity. You remove the H-1B visa and you collapse the economy. In Wall Street Journal, editorialized against a congressman who wanted to ban the H-1B, saying we'll take jobs away from the American people. The Wall Street Journal said, look, there are no Americans who can take these jobs. These are at the highest level of high technology. They don't take away jobs for Americans. They create entire industries. And so that's why we have an Achilles heel, and that's the educational system. And again, sociology majors are not necessarily going to be the ones determining the future of Silicon Valley. But physicists, engineers, we need more of them.
Bring that back on me. I know the background music kind of throwed it off, but essentially what he was saying, you take away the Indians and the Chinese because they're coming here on H-1B visas, they're getting the money, and they taking their ass back home. Then they're building things up back home. So to me, that's a slap in the face. That's telling me as a black man, I'm incapable. That's telling me as an American first, I'm incapable. They're saying that you're incapable because the economy's supposed to collapse because all the Indians and the Chinese left and went back to their respective countries and started building it up with the knowledge that they learned from the education that they got here. Excuse me. Then they learned how to flip it and made sure that they were taken care of. Their people in America, in your fucking country, and took their shit back home. Then you got the nerve to get mad at brothers who work here, earn here, and then fucking leave. Because y'all have been telling us here, not y'all, but you know, y'all have been telling us for years that we ain't shit from the work that we fucking put in. So while these H-1B visas are going up to $100,000, again, I've been talking to certain brothers in the fucking industry. There are already murmurs around the office from all their Indian counterparts. And it's amazing. As many black men that I know that work in the cloud, IT, tech field industry, they're usually one or maybe two of them on their team or maybe within the fucking company. So the majority of people that you are going to work with, brothers, yes, they're going to be Indian. Yes, you're going to hear that because they found a industry and they monopolize the shit. The same way we love to do with NFL, pro sports, entertainment. You're going to always see us, but how many people actually have the physical skill to even get there? But we'll preach about black intelligence. I said I wasn't going to rant tonight. We'll preach about black intelligence, how smart we are, all the stuff our ancestors created. We love bringing up history. I said it on my live last week. Michonne replayed it, and I think it caught her. I'm going to keep fucking repeating it. Black people in America, we are still living in the day after Dr. Martin Luther King was assassinated. We can't let that shit go.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
We want to go back and repeat our history verbally when it suits us. But actually making black history now in the present, taking advantage of these H-1B visas. Because you're already here. They got to go. Some of these people ain't going to be able to come. They were able to come before, get the money, and keep paying their visa. Then brought their cousin in. Then brought their sister and her kids over. And they kept fucking building. Take advantage of this shit. Yes, have a fucking global mentality. Stop this plantation shit. I told y'all I'm gonna be on the streets next, and now I gotta get on regular basic black folks next because we refuse to fucking move forward. We love staying in whatever is cute and new, the new dance, new catchphrase, whatever the fuck, and then we'll stay in the same place financially, mentally, like I started out with, mentally and emotionally, we on some infantile shit. Because we'll get pissed about something in the news and say, see, that's why X, Y, and Z happened. See, these white folks, they won't let me. They burned down Black Wall Street. Did you know we rebuilt the motherfucker? Don't tell me what you're not capable of. Y'all better take advantage of this geopolitical leverage. SYSBM, Passport Bros mentality. This H-1B visa is finna open up a floodgate. Write this shit down. AWS. That is Amazon Web Services. That's just the one I prefer. There's 3 clouds. Google has one, GCP. Microsoft has one in Azure, AZURE. And then Amazon has one, AWS. So AWS is Amazon, Google is GCP, Microsoft is Azure, AZURE. Again, my preferable platform is Amazon's, AWS. Start looking at Tutorials Dojo for the basic foundational pieces because they have free courses on there. Go to Udemy, U-D-E-M, is it E-Y or U-D-E-M-Y? You'll see it. It's basically like one of those tutorial websites. And look up AWS. There's a guy, let me put it in the chat, matter of fact. I'm going to just put it in the chat. Hold on. AWS, Amazon Web Services. Boom, period. Look up Tutorials Dojo. Oh shit. And Stefan Merrick on Udemy. If I misspell something, you know how to use Google. You'll be able to find that shit. Start changing your mentality. You can do this shit. If I'm in the course for BMC 5, for Black Manosphere Conclave 5, for Class 7, and learning cloud technology, because it's closed now, because a lot of brothers weren't feeling it. They weren't listening to all these weird ass, just living in their mama basement, eating Cheeto, red pill niggas, and all that bullshit we done heard from black men and black women. So now the class is closed. So you can't get into the class, but your ass can still go get a fucking certification. You can still go learn. You can send me an email, ask me questions. I'll ask somebody smarter than me and try to get you an answer before you go waste some money on a fucking boot camp and don't learn how to do shit. Because it's one thing to take the class, pass the cert. The goal for class 7 for us is to get a job making at least 150.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
At least. That is a goal. I know brothers in there making damn near $250,000. So 250 and up, some of them. The salaries I've heard range at the lowest I've heard is 140 before taxes. The highest I've heard, one brother grossed $500,000 last year because of this, because of his brain, not his jump shot, not his freestyle. You know what Biggie said? You either sling a crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot.
No.
You can do more, gentlemen. I'm telling you again, because I didn't know until last weekend. Shout out to Theo again, but he put me on game to it. I was like, oh shit, I didn't know. Then I started looking. It was coming down some of these red pill other brothers' timeline. They were already talking about it. Obsidian did a great segment on it. I think that was last night or the night before. Go Google for yourself. Look up the H-1B visas. LXT knows. He was at the conclave. Young cat. Not going to say his name. You see he got an avatar up there. But I will tell you, this brother is at least 20 years ahead of the game. He's 25. He's young enough to be my son. So when you see him in Dr. T chat, he's learning. He's 25. He's smart. He's smart enough to shut the fuck up and learn.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I told him it was another younger brother. He was about 25 at the conclave, all at the cigar bar, kicking it with us old heads, smoking cigars, but soaking up game, learning, asking a shitload of questions that we were more than happy to fucking answer. Because we wish we had this when we were 25. Start having these real ass conversations with your nephews. Start having these real ass conversations with your son and have them earlier. Don't let Kofa be the voice of reason online. Don't let Dr. T or Obsidian or Andre from Love Crossing Borders. Don't let the internet be the first time that your son or your nephew hears a black man talk about this type of stuff. We should not be able to reach your kids quicker than you. Start as early as fucking possible. And when I say early as possible, I literally mean 4, 5 years old. Kofa, you sound crazy. Fuck you. You know why I say 4 or 5 years old? Because your ass is about to put them in somebody else's school and education system. They're going to grow up in that shit. They're going to turn right back around and you're going to be bitching and complaining about the education and then put it into them to start bitching and complaining about their education, bitching and complaining about Republicans, Democrats, white folks, and every goddamn body else. Instead of letting him know that early that he's fucking capable. Just like I'm trying to pour into y'all, you're capable. It's not too late. The oldest brother that I know in the class that I know of is 60 years old.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And it's a couple of them. Again, LX can attest to that. Even if it's just learning something new, some of these cats that are in retirement or have come out of retirement. So you're going to tell me you don't want to study a couple of hours a day, learn something new, and give you the ability to make well over 6 figures, and you can work from inside your fucking house?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
But Kofa crazy though. Start getting y'all head right, bro. Let me slide over to y'all comments real quick. We're gonna keep on cooking. There we go. Brother Malika says exactly. Key says, as far as the finances, start with necessities and 2 wants. That's a good idea, brother. Brother Malika says facts and truth. RBN says, I got you on the TV and Michonne on the phone. Salute to Michonne.
You go, girl.
Shit, I forgot Sis was going live tonight. So that's my YouTube co-worker. We work in overlapping shifts. Salute to Michonne. LX says, I could barely understand them on the phone talking about the Indians. But like I said, that guy spoke the absolute truth, talking about the video. But again, if they pull it out of America, what is that? That leaves a gap for us to fill. Key says, hold on, let me slide up a little bit. Key says, word, recently lost almost everything but my mind. Went through savings, spiteful women stole my belongings, wore the same thing for 2 weeks, no ID, so I couldn't even use my credit card. Lessons, again, wins and lessons. Shout out to BT. He also comes back, he says, as soon as black men start making a big impact, this is the same bill from the 50s. When the Asians came over, that's why Chinese restaurants and donut shops became so rapid.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
They found an industry and got your black ass dollars. How many soul food restaurants do you see in Chinatown? No. How many Chinese restaurants do you see in our community? Multiple. In the same community. Same thing when you go to the mall, you see all the jewelry stores. Who owns those? They found an industry. Society America has convinced your black ass to keep running and catching balls. To keep dancing and singing. But you're fully fucking capable of taking the geopolitical leverage, this H1B visa gap that's about to happen. Again, talking to other brothers, there's already murmurs amongst the Indians that they're working with. Oh shit, this is gonna be so hard. Man, I was planning to bring my cousin over. I don't know how we're gonna do that. Because what the companies aren't going to do, because America is a corporation and not a country.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Shout out to Andre from Love Crossing Borders for that one again. Because America is a corporation and not a country, they're going to think finances. So what are they not going to do? They're not going to foot the bill for $100,000 to bring their Indian asses over here and then turn around and pay them upwards of $150,000 as well. They just lost $250,000 on somebody that they already know the plan, the scheme. They're going to come work a little while, build up their shit, and they're going to take that shit right back to India, right back to China. Matter of fact, y'all give me 1 second. Let me see if I can bring this shit up. Since Kofa crazy, since y'all don't understand, since I'm just making up shit. Let me see. Yep. Oh, damn it. We are getting ready to, I'm going to bring this, just a simple graph up on the screen. Hold on. Bam. Open that one up and we're going to drop in here. Bam. Y'all can see that? I'm going to read it for those. Hold on, let me bring my camera up. For those that can't see it, let me shrink my camera. There. Here's the kicker. More than 70% of all H-1B visas are issued to Indians. India, 72.6%. My numbers was a little bit off. I said under 10% with China, but it's a little bit over actually. 12%, 12.5% for China, 1% for Canada, not even 1%, 0.9% for South Korea, and 0.8% for the Philippines. So guess which community just got slammed the hardest? The entire Indian IT workforce.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
I'm gonna let y'all eat that real quick. India, 320,791 people. China, 55,038 people. Canada, 4,235 people. South Korea, 4,097 people. The Philippines, 3,501 people. 72%. And again, I've seen some numbers, bring it back on me. I've seen some numbers where it's 70 to 75%. So 72 sounds about right for that graph. And this is nothing against Asian, any type of Asian person. Indian, Philippines, South Korea, I don't care. Chinese, I don't care. I'm not mad at you for making sure your people are taken care of. Right now, I'm talking to black folks. Black men specifically. Stop listening what you can't. There are free resources out there. There are people that you can ask. Brothers that look like you. You're going to have to open up your resource pool, if you will. Let me keep getting y'all comments. I did want to show y'all that. Let me see. Right there, there's my comment. AWS, Amazon Web Service. Look up Tutorials Dojo. Stefan Merrick is the course that you want to take for Udemy. So you have, I'm put in the chat, CCP and SAA for AWS. The courses you want to start with. Boom. Those are the courses you want to start with. Let's keep on going. Del Monte in the building. He says, dang, I ain't get the notification. Moving around. All good, brother. Uncle Rick in the building. What's going on, good brother? He says, database management and administration. I do it all day. Taught myself most of it is doable.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
I'm going to tell you like my homeboy that I met before Theo that put me onto the cloud. If you know how to use social media, you can do cloud security. You can do other cloud things. If you can figure out, you got to do this deep dive on how to change your fucking password on Facebook, but you figured it out. A lot of these Indian folks, again, it's new brothers going into the industry and they coming back telling us, man, I thought these motherfuckers were so much smarter than us. They using Google all fucking day. Or they're really good at this one skill in the cloud, but they suck at this. What's the this they suck at? Security. You want to know why your information keep on fucking leaking?
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Hello, T-App.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Really good at building it initially. That infrastructure part, been hearing that for a couple of years now. They're weak in that area, and now they're weak in that area, and it's about to be a gap because they're not going to be here. Learn how to fill gaps, gentlemen. Sell the problem you solve, not what the fuck you think. I'm gonna say it one more time. That might be a more than motivation. Sell the problem you solve, not your fucking feelings.
Knocks down another three ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Let's keep on going. Let me see. Rick says, peace to everyone. LX says, been in the space since I was in middle school. Shout out to Tommy and Patrice O'Neal. Salute, good brother. Told y'all that boy was young. Indigo Flow in the building. What's going on, good brother? Full drinking. Salute, good brother. I appreciate you. Brother Malika says, this is our opening to get our piece of the dream. Fuck them Indians. This is Bloodsport, and it's time to shine.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Brother Malika. Oh, y'all speaking. Jay Gray says, hello, T-App. Indeed, brother. Hello. That's how this information keep leaking. Once I figured that out, and then we started having these conversations, like, oh shit, that makes that makes sense. This is why I just got God, who was that? Was it Uber? I think Uber had a security breach as well. Uncle Rick says, most techs are SMEs. What the fuck is speak? People that know shit. I had a brain fart. Most techs are SMEs, or SMEs as we call them in the Army. They only know the part they know. Put that damn acronym in there, because I damn sure had a brain fart, Rick. But yeah, they only know what they know. That's the part they specialize in. That's it. They're good. They're good at making sure the donuts are round. They don't know how to sprinkle the powder on them. For a little small example. Subject matter expert. Thank you. God damn it. They're SMEs. They're the subject matter expert on this thing. This person knows how to make the dough. This person knows how to make the dough round. The other person knows what topping to put over it, whether it's sprinkles or powdered sugar or whatever the fuck. They only know that part. So you have different people in tech where they specialize in things, which is respectable. But if you got people that can build the app to do what? To get the app out there in front of everybody. So you do what? Click on that motherfucker and buy it. So they know how to bring the money in. But then what good is it if your security is weak on the back end? And then you end up with a class action lawsuit and you still lose all that money. Brothers, focus on this H1B visa gap that's taking place. And it's going to be like that for at least, let's say that at least the next 3 years. Trump still got 3 more years. As much as this man has been in the news, we still got 3 more years with this dude, bro. This is just the first year of his presidency. The election wasn't nothing but what? Almost 12 months ago, exactly? We're a couple of weeks away. Take advantage, bro. Take advantage. Let's slide over to number 4. Masculine identity and brotherhood. Remember, I told y'all to keep that equation in your head, but first we got to start out with a little jokey joke.
Method did the verse in a fucking day, bro.
Oh, wrong one.
Wow. And I asked...
Bam. We'll come back to that. Theme from Gladiator. It says, how it feels after you had enough and finally reveal yourself as a conservative to your liberal friends, co-workers, and family.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Why? Because I'm sick of it.
My name is Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the armies of the North, general of the Felix Legions, loyal servant to the true emperor, Marcus Aurelius.
Bring it back on me. Why did I play that for brotherhood? When you start getting into different spaces, you're going to start finding out your way of thinking hasn't been wrong. You just wasn't on no plantation shit. You weren't on the basic black. Your thoughts, feelings, lack of a better term, your thoughts, feelings, the way you moved in life, your theories, the way your life view, more aligned over here. You're going to have to start getting with those people over here. Stop allowing people to shame you into staying in the same space, doing the same thing. This is why, again, going back to number 3, SYSBM, passport bro mentality. This is why a lot of brothers are leaving. They know culturally and wanting a actual wife, not some bitch to marry and fuck on and divorce a couple years later and got to pay out the ass. They want an actual wife and an actual family. They know they're not going to get that here with the American plantation mentality that we have in our fucking community. This is why brothers are taking their ass overseas. Salute to. They're running away from our American Western women, black women culture. He actually wants something. It doesn't work here. This is why you keep taking those L, bro. Not because you lame. Not because you fat. Not because you ugly. Not because you do or don't have money. Not because none of that. Culturally, the way you are mentally, what you actually want does not align with what America has been giving us and continues to give us. This is why you have these small pockets going back to the Indian and the Asian and Chinese people. They came here over here on these H1Bs and built families and stayed the fuck away from you. It's only in recent memory where we've really started hearing Indian people speak on politics. we rarely, if ever, hear Chinese people complaining. You know why? They built an infrastructure within the country. They mind their motherfucking business.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Literally. Ain't seen too many foreign-born coming over here, Chinese people, build something, be out there protesting and screaming and shouting. You hear it sometimes where I don't like Trump. That guy's crazy. And he. Let me go back to the restaurant my parents fucking own. Everybody in this chat then walked into a Chinese restaurant to grab something quick to eat because you ain't feel like cooking, or it's a Friday night or whatever. I'm about to watch the game and chill. I ain't doing shit. You walked in there and was a fucking 8-year-old running the cash register. Tell me I'm lying.
No.
Let me get RBN super chat before we keep on cooking. Brother Mike in the building. He says, peace, kings and queens. Peace to you, good brother. Let me see. RBN with the 20 spot. He says, for the Gerber baby fun.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
He says, for the Gerber baby fun. I appreciate it, bro. I'm going to hit you and Rick back to back on these super chats. Rick with the 5 spot. He says, it's why I stay dolo. Niggas lost in the sauce can't have a logical conversation, let alone plan up with a trust that can be maintained. Ego over the win. It's so many cats that just, and I get it, we've been silent for so long, we've been silenced for so long that a lot of brothers just want to be heard, thus the microphone and the camera and your boy Kofa sitting up here. However, I ain't no damn dummy. I want to win. I don't want to look like I'm fucking winning. I'm sick of brothers walking ourselves into a loss. Have you ever seen your favorite, talking sports again, football, basketball, your team up by 20-25 and blow the fucking lead and ended up losing by 1 to 5 points, especially in basketball? I done seen cats up 25 in the fourth quarter and drop that damn game. Why? Because they got relaxed, they got comfortable, they stopped doing the little things that impact the game, the rebound, the making the free throws, and not turning the ball over. We're impacting our own loss because we refuse to do the little things like sit your ass down.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
You got to be seen. You got to match the vacation that your homeboy took with his old lady because your old lady saw what he did for her, or one of her friends' men did for them, chasing the fucking Joneses. And you fuck up, have a fucked up mentality. It's up there on the screen. Then you fuck up your finances. Then your ass can't go nowhere, so you can't even afford a thing SYSBM or passport, bro. Now we get into number 4, masculine identity and brotherhood. Let me go ahead and hit y'all with, let me see. RBN, you hit me with the 20 spot. Let me see. You know what?
I got money.
But those not respectable women.
I don't want no respect. I want some ass. Damn the respect. I want you to break down like a 12-gauge double barrel shotgun and show me what you're working with.
But don't you want commitment?
What? Go who?
Shout out to Rick for the 5 spot.
Give me your fucking money.
Back on me. Appreciate y'all brothers for the super chat. Let's keep on going. Let me see. Mike says facts. They're young as hell. Indeed. The Hawk says Kofa. That's big facts. I appreciate it, brother. Jay Grace says, shit, that little Asian motherfucker was about 6.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Oh, I saw a clip. They said Chinese kindergartners are running circles around our 8th graders. That's a damn shame, bro.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Brother Malika says, you ain't never lied. The 8-year-old is cooking, running the register, and doing the food prep, as well as being an honor student in our private and public schools / taking all of the scholarships. And what I like to say, Malika, we're giving them shits away as long as our babies can dance on TikTok. I'm tired of us. Let's keep going. Let's go back to the brotherhood and having the same mentality and having people to work with. Remember, I told y'all to keep that equation with Method Man in your head. Let's see how he passed that on.
Method did the verse in a fucking day, bro.
Wow.
And I asked Method, I said, Method, man, why you fucking with me like that? You don't know me? Method was like, man, I get on Twitter sometimes and Black Twitter say, protect David Banner, so we gonna do that shit.
Yeah.
And so then, we would talk every now and then. So one day, man, I was seeing how happy he was on TV, how well he was doing. So I said, if God has blessed me to have people in my life like that, call them on some real shit.
Right.
So I was just like, hey, bro, I can't sleep, dog. And Method said I went through the same shit. And he said when I wasn't sleeping but 2 hours a night, Nori.
Wow.
And start fucking with my mind. I ain't gonna even bullshit you. And it's crazy because when I would go to the doctor be like, okay, yeah, you can't sleep. I'll see you in 4 months. Motherfucker, I just told you I couldn't sleep, and you say you can't see me for another fucking 4 months as much as I'm playing your black ass? Shit. So, Method said I couldn't sleep either, Banner. He said, so what I started doing is getting up, going to the gym. He said,
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Told you to remember that equation. So what I started out with Method Man is now coming back, and now David Banner's telling the story. So essentially what I'm gonna start with is, from this clip, David Banner was saying he sent a beat to Method Man. He wanted him on a song. Method sent the verse back super quick, and he was like, why you fucking with me like that, bro? Like, what? Damn, how you do the verse so damn quick? You don't know me. I'm just trying to get this work done. He said, bro, I go down Black Twitter. They say everybody need to protect and fuck with David Banner. So we gonna get this shit done. Then he goes into, I couldn't sleep. So God put somebody real in my life like that. Let me not test him, but let me try and see if, I can get some more information from this brother. Method tells him the story about how he couldn't sleep and how he started going to the gym. And this is where we are. Brothers impacting brothers. You don't have to grow up with that brother. You don't have to have, been in the sandbox with him. But what we go through as black men in America. That's the thing that kills me when we do all this complaining about white folks. We know what we go through individually as black men. And then we turn around and do that shit to each other to the point we won't even pick up the fucking phone. I'm gonna let it keep on playing.
Gym in New York, open at 4:30. And bro, when he told me that, bro, I just started going in the gym every fucking day. Bro, even if I was super depressed or whatever, I would just go sit in the fucking parking lot. But I wouldn't miss that fucking gym. There's a book called Atomic Habits. And dude said something so powerful in that motherfucking book. He said, even if you ain't gonna do but one pull-up, do that one. Because when you don't do that one, then that's when it starts. When you don't do none ever, right? So he said, even if you get on the treadmill for 2 seconds, just get on the fucking treadmill, bro. And no bullshit, I started going every day. I said, I don't care how fucking sad I am, I'm gonna get in this fucking gym. And then one day, bro, it clicked to me, bro, that I am not gonna let nobody, I don't care if it's my mother, and I love my mother more than any of you motherfuckers on this planet, but I'm not even letting my mother take my happiness away. All right. Bro, no bullshit. If a person doesn't have a good spirit, if they not on this shit, I don't even want you around me, bro.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Talking to another brother got him in a space where he chose him in a positive way. Not to use the brother, not to throw him away. Method Man got David Banner in a better space from a fucking phone conversation. Masculine identity and brotherhood. Meth, I can't sleep, bro. I went through the same shit. I started going to the gym, bro. Gym open at 4. Same shit we just seen Method Man say in that clip beforehand. That's why I played him like that. Now David like, shit, if he can go to the gym at 4:30, I can go. Then David added something on top of that. He read. Going back to number 1, health and fitness. All this shit ties in, bro. Start paying attention to those little nuanced things that you have going on in your life. Those people that you have in your life that you're crossing paths with. Sometimes you don't got to talk all the time. I'm going to use RBN. I'm going to use TJ, for example. If that brother called me and I miss his call, he know he getting a phone call back. If I don't pick up. If I call him, and he missed my call, I know I'm getting a phone call back, even if he busy later on. I'm still gonna get a phone call back, at least a text. Look, we don't gotta talk every day. When we talk, we build. Get over here to y'all comments. I think I seen Queen Sister message sneak in here. Let me see. Salute, Drew. I appreciate you, bro. Oh, she did. Bam. There you go, sis.
You go, girl.
I told him we were YouTube co-workers. Shout out to BT. Somebody else told him that, and I told Michonne that today. We're YouTube co-workers. We were working overlapping shifts. I forgot you were going live today too, sis. I was asleep like hell before I got on this damn camera. Let me see. LX says, got to always pull up to every turn up rather than staying in the house and stacking it up. Indeed. Message, you say what you miss is up there on the screen. So this is some of the stuff I'm covering tonight. Just how the Black Manosphere future is going to look, what brothers need to do to go forward. So health, fitness, longevity. Number 2, financial independence. Asset building, can't talk much on that. But again, get your mind right. You'll eventually start stacking bread. Number 3, the geopolitical leverage, SYA, SBM, passport bros mentality for those that are just coming in, especially if you came over from Message Live. That was a heavy portion I hit, so make sure if you do watch the replay, go back to that part. The H-1B visas that Trump is, the administration is now charging $100,000 for those that are coming in the country, which 70% of those visas are Indian. So thank your IT, your customer service, everybody been answering your phone calls from AT&T and your power company and all that shit. So now it's going to be tougher for them to get in the country. Salute, Renz Turner. I appreciate you, good brother. Thank you for being in here. So now it's going to be harder for them to get and stay in the country, which opens up a gap for Black men to fill in the cloud, in IT. Start getting your certs. I dropped a little bit of information in the chat. I'll keep trying to bird feed and walk brothers through it because I'm going through that journey myself. But again, the lowest salary I've heard in cloud is $140,000. The highest I've heard is a brother gross $500,000 last year. You can do this shit. And brothers, all stops in between, from truck drivers, somebody was a fucking carpenter, another guy was working for like I forgot what the company is, but cleaning carpets. Well into the 6 figures. I'm not talking about that, I make 6 figures and then a sister come back around, 120 ain't nothing. By the time taxes kick in, you ain't even got $100,000. I'm not talking about that 6 figures. I'm talking about, again, from 140 and up. So by the time taxes do kick in, you've literally netted 6 figures for the whole year. So that's a little bit of what you missed, sis. But hope I caught you up real quick. Message says, shout out to me and the chat. I appreciate it, sis. Shout out to the gym. Let me see. What I miss? RBN. Everything. Appreciate y'all banter, man. Y'all really do keep me going. Message says, I miss Method Man. Damn. Look, I told y'all. I fucking told y'all.
Hotter than fish grease.
I said, I wish Messi was in here right now. Did I not say that shit? I said, I wish Messi was in here right now for this brother that I'm about to bring up on the screen. I fucking knew it. I knew it. Let's keep on going. Let me see. I might swing back just for Messi at the end of the show. Let's see. G.R.O.W.T.H says, I really need to train again. Again, bro, just start out with one. Son Moses says, Kofa in chat. Sorry I'm late. Rewind gang. All good. Messi said the gym definitely helps. Sister Felicia done snuck in as well.
You go, girl.
He says, good evening, chat. Tapping in late, but I'm in the building. Indeed. Brother Malika says, that's called problem solving with a productive and creative action that becomes a positive habit. Again, I am going to play Method Man again for those that came in late, because he said he formed the habit of going to the gym on accident. He had no intentions of going at it as hard as he ended up going at it. He just couldn't sleep one night. He hadn't been able to sleep for a while. And then that one day he was just like, you know what? I got a gym membership. It's just sitting there. I can't sleep. Might as well. One day turned to 2, turned to 3, and so on. Let's keep on going. Uncle Rick says, fire. I appreciate that. LX says, that's why you have to keep your circle small or productive. Indeed. Circle. We're going to say and productive on that, LX. because it's a both and. It's not an either or. It's a both and. Because a small circle will keep your ass in these country ass towns too. I done seen that shit too. So we're gonna say that's why you keep your circle small and productive. Del Monte says, I need to get the 10-minute 2-mile run again. God bless you. I never had that shit. So for those that don't know, we have to run 2 miles in a certain amount of time in the Army. I ain't never had no 10-minute 2-mile. God bless you, good brother. Let me see. Drew Titan, he says, cook fam. With the $20 bomb, I appreciate you, bro. Let me see what I'm gonna hit you with. What in the world? I'm gonna give you Umar.
Donations, gifts.
I appreciate y'all. And I think with that, you know what? I was just trying to get 50 tonight for a goal. So I think I said it for like the till was 10 $5 super chats, which would have put us at 50. But between all the super chats tonight, I think, let me see. We only got 4. RBN hit me with 10. RBN hit me with 20. Drew hit me with 20. Rinse Turner hit me with 10. So that's the 50 right there. And Rick hit me with 5. So we are good to go. I will host a Q&A session live this weekend. We will sit out there in Garage Theater and smoke, and y'all can ask me whatever the fuck y'all want. That don't mean I'm gonna answer that shit, but you can ask me whatever the fuck y'all want. But I'm such an open book. I'm pretty sure we're gonna have a good conversation. So y'all let me know in the chat what day y'all want to do it. Y'all want to kick off the weekend tomorrow and do it. Yeah, let's do tomorrow night. Let's do tomorrow night because I actually got class pretty much damn near all day Saturday and not sure about Sunday. So let's do it tomorrow night. Y'all give me the time. Any other content creators in here that may be going live, I don't know. I don't want to step on nobody's toes, but y'all drop that shit in the chat and I'll look at it and then I'll do the thumbnail and y'all know what I'll decide on depending on what y'all said. So y'all just throw times at me. I'm not going to put up a poll. Appreciate that, Drew. Where we at? Where did I leave off? Damn. Do hit me with that. Rinse Turner him. There go to 10. Salute, Rinse Turner. I appreciate you, good brother. So with that 10, let me see. We're gonna get back on track, y'all. What I'm gonna hit Wrench with.
People call me the fundraiser. They call me that because that's what I do. I raise funds. I get my money up.
Bring that back on me. And I do got a question for Rinse Turner. Why you in here, brother? I appreciate the 10 spot. But where the fuck you been, man? I heard you out there getting a little piece of bread in Texas. Where the books at, man? Where the books? That's all I got, man. Just hit your boy up. I don't know if you got my number or not. Shoot me an email. We'll exchange information. I did want to check on you. I forgot who I asked about you. They was like, man, that boy out there getting paid.
Got it!
I ain't gonna put all your business out there, but they were like, yeah, man, he kind of busy. I'm like, all right, bet. I understand. Let's keep on going. Let me see. Brother Malika says, working out isn't something I do. It's a part of my life. It's a weekly routine.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
RBN says, I don't answer questions without my lawyer. Malika says tomorrow at 7. All right, cool. We'll see what we can do. Del Monte says, Kofa, it's that door hinge mentality. That's when women get scared of you with that 10-minute 2-mile run. They start running out the bed. Indeed. Yep. Got to keep Umar in rotation. He's good for a laugh. So we're going to continue on with the Brotherhood. Got one more video about the Brotherhood. Then we're going to get ready to close out. So maybe another 15 minutes. Where we at? God damn. We've been going an hour already. So what do we say? An hour and a half? Yeah, about another 15 minutes. That's about average for you, boy. So this is another point that we kind of just hit on, that LX was talking about, that Malika talked about, that I've talked about, bro. Having a good circle of brothers around you, and you might have to switch that shit up.
attach with success.
Hold on, bring that back.
You're going to have to make new friends to match your new position. This is the thing the black men have a real problem with: success guilt. Move out of the hood. You want to open or something, do some philanthropic work, but don't you D like Nipsey Hussle trying to stay around. You move. And you keep on moving. Because jealousy and envy attach with success for men. And the more you get power, money, influence, and status, the more you're going to get jealousy, envy, hate. And it can be deadly. This is why you avoid beefs and conflicts and all that kind of stuff, because you already have enough stuff to worry about from people who don't believe you should have what you have. They don't think you're worth it. They don't think you deserve it. They try to remind you who you used to be and all these other things. Jesus Christ had to leave Nazareth because they would not accept him. That was just David's son. You're not better than him.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Don't be ashamed of your new friends, bro. Don't be ashamed of the new skills you've acquired. Don't be ashamed of the new status in life. I've said it once, I'm gonna keep saying it. You gotta leave home to grow, bro. I have lived in a small country-ass town, mid-sized city, and now a metro-sized city of Atlanta, Georgia. That mentality goes everywhere. I've said it once, I'm gonna keep saying that too. There is no difference between the hood and the woods.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
That mentality will follow you everywhere if you allow it. Survivor's remorse is real. Again, like you mentioned, that's why Nipsey went back. Another famous rapper, well, he was blowing up around the same time. G.R.O.W.T.H. I don't know if y'all know him. I need to drop some dough on this channel. From fucking Montgomery, Alabama. He was the next one. Signed the Grand Hustle with T.I. T.I. told him, bro, you can't keep running home every weekend. He was up here in Atlanta. He took his ass back to Montgomery one night. The song that broke G.R.O.W.T.H and got him the attention that he got, the video that he shot for that, the guy that was next to him in that video is the man that took his fucking life.
But wait, it gets worse!
Plus the life of a young lady that was in the club that night. Both of them shot in the head. She was just in the way. His target was G.R.O.W.T.H and he got him. Right home in Montgomery, Alabama. This was 12 years ago now. Gone. Super talented. Jay-Z just happened to be on tour at the time when he came through Birmingham. He stopped and he did a segment for G.R.O.W.T.H. He just, a moment of silence, rest in peace, soldier. Because the word had started spreading around the industry. Y'all know what happened to Young Dolph. At home. You gotta leave home to grow, bro. We can name other rapper on top of rapper, young brother on top of young brother. No cats to come home from the military. They don't know nowhere else other than Afghanistan, Iraq, but they take their ass back to their country ass town in Mississippi, Georgia, New York, Texas, somewhere, and get killed after he survived the fucking war. Don't be ashamed of your growth, bro. Last point of the night. We're getting ready to wrap up. Rich Turner says, shout out to all the bros, can't at you because I'm driving. All good, brother. Be safe, get home. But do hit me up on the email, man. Hit me up on the email. Let me see where we at. RBN says, is Wrench on that stoic content? Wrench on a little bit of everything. He's I don't know. Wrench is Wrench, man. Shit. Look, if that man was good enough to have to literally have a wrench for Kevin Samuels, then, you know, he always welcome over here and anywhere in the space. Let me see. Jay Gray knows. He says, I remember W.B., R.I.P. Jay says, damn shame Dolph lost his life here in Memphis. R.I.P. And you know people that know people. I didn't know I went to college with W.B. cousin. That's my homegirl. So me and this other brother path getting ready to cross at some point. The cat that I used to work with as far as going to get my beats from and shit, he produced a lot of W.B. shit. Engineered a lot of his shit. Recorded them. Recorded the mixtape that was his breakout mixtape. Baby Jesus. That shit still go hard. So again, you got to leave home to grow, bro. I'm not going to just make it about rappers. This is about the average everyday brother. Because cats get killed trying to do better in their community all the time. And this again goes back to number 4 with the passport bro mentality. And yeah, I know brothers get murked overseas and stuff like that, but it's nowhere near the fucking comparison here in the States. Stop letting them people fear you into staying here on the plantation and not reaching your full potential. Number 5, legal and strategic awareness. I think we've kind of meshed everything together. The strategic awareness is more what I want to focus on. I'm just throwing the legal part out there because I am going to do a night probably next week sometime. I don't know if that's going to be the live for Thursday, but next week sometime I am going to talk about the process and the paperwork and stuff that I had to go through in the process of trying to get custody of my son. I'm just walk that timeline through the things I had to fill out. I know I told y'all the story and I brought some receipts up on the screen before, but now I want to actually just focus on that, not just necessarily my thing, but this is what it looks like in my states. And I say states plural because I'm doing the same thing in Alabama that I'm doing here in Georgia. And I've had to do something different in Georgia that I couldn't do in Alabama as far as changing his name and getting on the birth certificate because he was born here in Georgia. So I'm going to try to culminate all those things and show you what that actually looks like. The brothers aren't up here just screaming at the screen, go get a passport, go get a passport. These hoes is cooked. Da-da-da-da. It's a motherfucking reason why, bro. It's a genuine reason why. Let me see. Get these last couple comments. Del Monte says, I hate all the shit we had to do in order to get back home. And when we went through that shit. Irv says, salute everybody, salute to you. Messi says, uh-oh. Yeah, we got to detail that, man. Again, I can sit up here and talk about these jughead assholes all day. I can. Y'all know I can. I'm never going to run out of content. Like CGA said, we'll know. And it's crazy because, yeah, we talk about a lot of the same shit, but there's so much different stuff out there that's just foolish that we can just keep going. We'll never run out of content. But I have to take a pivot because this is Growth Talk. Gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. Part of the healing process is knowing what to dodge. So I'm going to show you the paperwork and what it actually looks like. And I'm going to give you the time frame. So I probably am going to walk you through again what I had to do and still going through to try to get custody of my son. So with that said, we're getting ready to wrap up. But big announcement, don't go anywhere. Speaking of custody for my son, this is how we're going to end it. The judge dismissed my case for custody. Meaning, I still have to refile. So I got to repay that paperwork. I have to get his mama try to get his mom served again because the judge dismissed it because we weren't able to serve her. So both parties have to know that there's a pending court case. If one party doesn't know and it goes on too long, they'll dismiss the case, which is what the judge did. I'm not mad about it because that's the way I feel away, but that's the way things are supposed to go. But we know a lot of times dad doesn't get a notification and then he ends up losing his kids. I didn't lose my son. I just have to refile for legal custody because I got to go back and keep fighting for him. Now, mind you, I have already filed. This was back in March. Here it is, September. The judge just now dismissed it because her office has mailed this twice to my son's mother. And the post office just happened to lose the card both times. I have paid the sheriff office in the county that she lives in to deliver it. Them motherfuckers ain't got back to me. And this was the beginning of August. the beginning of August. They told me 4 to 5 weeks. I called on the 5th week. They still hadn't delivered it. No information. Had a private process server, which I'm going to have to pay again to try to find her and deliver it to her. Then there's a notification of publication. Trust me, I'm going to break all this shit down next week. And I'm not an attorney. I'm just giving you regular guy information of what I went through. And that's essentially where you pay the court another fee to fill out some more forms so they can put that notice that there's a pending court case. They can put it in the local paper. So you're noticing them through public publication. So I got to do all that shit all over again. That said, I had to choose my son over my career. Because I told y'all I was getting ready to move up north. I was getting ready to move to Maryland. I had to decline that position. So I can't go. So I'm not moving. And I got to still fight for my son. I had to choose my son. It was a tough decision for my career and the move and all that. However, DC, DMV probably would have been good for my son just to get him exposed to something different. But until I get this solidified, I can't leave him because there's no way I'm going to be able to go up to the DMV and still fight for him back here in Georgia and Alabama. There's too much back and forth. And if the court pulls some immediate, we're doing this emergency hearing in 72 hours, then I'm scrambling, and I'm not going to do that to my parents either because they're spending a lot of time with him. He's back in, he's pretty much with them right now while I'm trying to get everything situated because I have already been here, there, Georgia, Alabama, finding out I got a son. Oh shit, but I got to go back to my job. And so things have been all over the place for your boy, but I'm still here. I'm still above ground. It's good to be seen and not viewed. Don't let that go over your head. It's good to be seen and not viewed because the boy has been going through it. I'm not going to front. But just wanted to give y'all that announcement. So I won't be moving. So we will still be here in Growth Talk Studios for the foreseeable future, at least probably until this time next year. More than likely, we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to keep y'all up to date. With that said, let me get y'all last bit of comments because I know that was a little bit of a bomb. Messi says, Lord. And I was really looking forward to meeting Messi in person and getting my son with her grandbabies and just chilling on some family shit. I really was. I don't know about them flights. We'll figure it out. We still gonna figure it out. LX says they only make the fathers have to chase them down and jump through all these hoops.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Messi says, oh wow, indeed. RBN says you're supposed to choose your own happiness.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Hey, I had to share this news. I shared a little bit on Dr. T.S. Johnson's live last night. Me and another brother, Dead Set. Salute the brother Dead Set because he's really, really going through it with his ex-wife and trying to get kids. He's really going through it. Like I said, bro, somebody always got it worse. But I was on Dr. T.S. last night, TJ, and I shared with him the same thing I shared on BT's Wins and Lessons podcast. The same thing I'm going to repeat here. What TJ told me, and it has stayed in my mind. He burned that shit into my memory the first time he said it. You got to love your child more than you hate the mother.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
That shit has not left my mind, bro. So I shared that in a bigger mass audience on Dr. T.S.'s channel last night. He says, not all, but you understand. Yeah, I know. Yeah, nah, but I had to choose my son. Tongue in cheek for those out there that don't know the jokes. Mike says, part of healing is knowing what to dodge. Free Jim, appreciate you, Battle. Salute to you, bro. Yes, sir. Let me see. Yep, Indigo Flow, you were in there. He knows. Salute to Dead Set Anime. Brother Malika, I know he knows as well. Your consistency and good heart will get King with you before you know it, good brother. I appreciate it, dog. I appreciate it. We're gonna keep on fighting this good fight, and I will let y'all know, as Sister Gail says, if you're coming in late, hit the like button. You've been in here a while and haven't hit the like button, take your shoes off when you come to my house. Hit the like button. The like button is free. So hope y'all got something out of this tonight. I know I didn't have a lot of videos and a lot of salacious shit, but I'm gonna leave you like I always do. Malika's the only one said 7 tomorrow, so I guess 7 tomorrow. Y'all, we're going to do 7:30. We're going to do the same time tomorrow, 7:30. I'll host a little Q&A session, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. And y'all just sit out there and smoke with me. I may not have the sound effects. We'll see how I can set it up in the garage. Because sometimes if it's still hot, this damn computer will overheat and it'll start glitching. And I don't want that. So you might just be on the iPad, talking shit, smoking, getting your drink on early, something to eat on a Friday night, whatever the case, however you're going to rock. But I will see y'all tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to leave you like always. I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. I appreciate everybody being in here. I have been your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not Kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa. Easy to say, easy to spell.
My name is my name.
This has been Growth Talk Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing. And this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Thank you all for all the super chats, super stickers. Let me check. Look, Quiet Storm ain't in here tonight, so I may be good on the Cash App. Felicia be yelling at me sometimes too. Nope, no Cash App tonight, but I thank you. Any visits to growthtalkent.com for your merch, I appreciate it. Go ahead and get your stuff. Get your hoodies for the fall and the winter. Go ahead and lock and load. Appreciate everybody. I will see y'all tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern for a Q&A session. Y'all let me know what's going on. Get your questions ready. Get you something good to smoke, drink, eat, all that. We'll chill tomorrow. See y'all tomorrow, 7:30. Peace.